Good evening, Jeff.
Good evening. No,
What?
it's not evening. Well, maybe somewhere it's evening.
It's not.
No, it's 1:30. It's 1:30.
Sharon! Good evening.
Oh, good evening.
Okay. Well,
Yes.
hey, welcome back to Where the Dogs of Society Howl. I'm Peter from Brandartica. He's Jeff from Brandartica, and we are about to waste about 57 minutes of your freaking time today.
Right.
No, we're not. We've got great guests, actually. We always have great guests. Actually. Today we decided we wanted to talk a little bit about some things that we love and that we know our guests love, and probably many of you in the listening audience love. And that is food, flavor, and we're going to tie that into branding loosely as well. Right, Jeff?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's a full course.
So some of you may be wondering what in the world, how are we doing all of that? And for branding recipes, I think of it as, you're setting the table with different courses. I talked about it in the newsletter, and we're going to dig deeper into it now. So. All right. Our guest today, and we've got our returning guest, Robert, who will be joining us in a few moments. Our guest today is a former fine dining chef, an ultra runner, a reality TV adventurer, which I did not know until this very moment. We'll talk about that.
We have to talk
He's
about
that. Creative entrepreneur, business building and food, beverage, and tech, all with flavor at the center of it all. We've got founder and El Presidente of Senspire and the creator of a little something we like to call Flavor Studio. Please welcome to the stage, Mr. Gregory Willis. Gregory.
Hey!
Hello,
Nice shirt, Peter.
Thank you so much.
Was that intentional, the green color?
You got the memo. This is my McPoyle Dairy Farms shirt from the McPoyle brothers. If you're familiar with Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
I'm not.
Okay. Yeah, it's an alarming connection there. So
I did not go with the clear glasses frames today. So we're not twinsies completely.
Out of respect, right? Of course, not twinsies, but you do have the fabulous. Is it a fleece, my friend?
It's fake fur.
Fake fur.
Fake fur. I love it. Yeah.
I love it. Yeah,
that green
faux fur they call it. Right,
and it's hotter than hell.
I bet it is.
Oh my goodness. And now we're talking about old Motley Crue songs, Hotter Than Hell. We're just all over the place today. And so, before we dig too deeply into the topics at hand, why don't you tell us a little bit about what you do, and please explain why you had that silver bowl on your head in the promo picture.
I was channeling Mork from Ork.
Okay.
With the silver bowl on my head.
All right. Yes. No, it was a Viking hat, wasn't it?
It was. So I was in New York City for the Fancy Food Show and was at a regional event at a watering hole after the show one evening for the Research Chefs Association. And I was asked to give a speech. And I happened to be wearing my silver tracksuit that evening. And I asked the proprietor of the watering hole if I was going to be forced to give a speech, would they permit me to wear the Viking helmet that was proudly displayed on the wall? And he said, absolutely. And so I got up on top of the table, gave my speech. Lots of photos were shared in social media. And then you guys happened to find one. And for the promo for this, cropped out my horns.
Yeah, I did that. That was
kind of neutered the bull.
I neutered the bull.
Those horns can be dangerous. That's what I talked about.
Yeah, and I realized that like early this morning. I saw a post you put up, and I was like, "Wait, what? Did I just botch that?" And I was like, "Yes, indeed, I did." Someone's calling. Sharon, get the phone. Sorry, Sharon Osbourne's here for a little while, and I'm just trying to keep the magic alive for her.
So the first question is, who am I? I'm the founder and president of a company called Senspire. We make a software application called Flavor Studio. It's an operating system for food and ingredient manufacturers that helps them get better products to market faster. I have a background that's touched upon a whole host of things, from being a computer science dropout to becoming a fine dining chef to doing a bunch of startups at the intersection of food and technology. And I've been running this thing for 15 years.
Nice.
Love it. I love it. And you guys have done some fabulous work. And you know, we've talked a bunch of times in the past. So it's super cool to have you here with us on the live show today. One of the things I was talking about recently, especially in that newsletter, was that, you know, I was, because I'm a foodie. I know you're a former chef and a foodie. By the way, Brian Fong, where is my box of
Yeah.
Lux seafood? What?
So anybody I plug on LinkedIn, I pay for my own product. So I think I'm thirsty right now, and I'm gonna have a sip of some canned water.
Oh, nice. Oh! I can't quite make out the label, Gregory.
There you
Oh goodness. I'm gonna go
It's
ahead.
you know what? It is not liquid death.
Fever.
I'm drinking something that we call well water.
It's going down well, huh?
Ah!
Lemon perfect.
Yeah, as long as you don't choke on the minerals, and the pebbles and the sand, it's fine.
Right.
It's fine. So, in talking about today's subject, we were thinking about brand recipes, where strategy meets soul, with a pinch of magic and a recipe for brands that people actually taste, remember, and want to, you know, buy again and again and again. I think sometimes if you can really connect a great brand to a great meal, and they're not prefab, they don't come from templates. You know, they're built and they're layered and they're tested, retested, tasted, stirred, what have you, and it plays perfectly into what we're talking about today. Am I correct, Jeff? Did I miss anything on that?
No, that's right. It has to be.
God.
You know, all the different pieces have to be in place, right?
That's right. That's right. So, Gregory, from going from the chef's knife to software founder, how did you go from the world of fine dining to leading Flavor Studio? What was that journey? What was that path?
Yeah, so I did over a decade behind the stoves in fine dining restaurants. Became an executive chef myself. Got 4-star critical media reviews. Today's Throwback Thursday. I'm supposed to be posting a magazine review I found from like 2003 last weekend in the garage, but I'll do that after this call. But anyway, eventually transitioned out. The industry was brutal. The hours were long. My body was beat. When I joined the industry, it was even, I'm dating myself, but it was before the Food Network started. And, you know, I did it because I was passionate. I didn't, you know, have aspirations of fame and fortune and being on TV. I did it because I loved food. And, but eventually I needed a transition. I did some corporate food service management for a few years, but was bored out of my head. They positioned it as, you know, get out of the grind of lunches and dinners, but you're doing breakfasts and lunches and the likes of the Googles, the Facebooks of the world. Was still around the same uneducated workforce, and I needed more intellectual stretch. And in 2007, joined a startup called Chef's Best. At its core, it was a marketing organization that licensed a superiority award to CPG brands called the Best Taste Award. And they used a version of sensory science to substantiate the ad claim and market. So for me, it was the perfect evolution of my career. I was around food. I was around chefs. You know, the creative side of my brain was getting stimulated, but there was the analytical rigor of ad claim substantiation, sensory science. And so both sides were firing on there.
That's great.
And it went to, you know, it was accepted by all major CPG brands, Ocean Spray Cranberry, Ballpark Franks, Dole Fruit Cups. You know, they were all believers in the marketing claim. Eventually it was acquired by a PE group. I wasn't going to stick around for that ride and the rebuild. So I bowed away. And in 2010, my New Year's resolution was to write a consumer-friendly book that deciphered the science of flavor. So I spent the first few months in the university library, brushing up on the peer-reviewed academic literature, created a wire framework for the book, and tried to understand what I was talking about, and then spent the rest of the year crisscrossing the current country collecting interviews from professionals whose day-to-day jobs involve flavor. Everything from working at a micro distillery in Portland, Oregon, to be invited to one of the world's largest fragrance and flavor houses in New Jersey, and everything in between. And towards the end of that travel, I was at a conference and saw some mathematicians presenting their latest paper. And instantly I had this epiphany, and that was, can you use the mathematics to unlock the keys to creativity? And a month later, I invented an algorithm that predicted flavor combinations. I showed it to my mentors and said, what do I do with this? And they said, book project aside and launch a software company. So I said, okay. And at that time, through all my intersections with the food industry, I knew that a white space existed, and nobody had developed a complete suite of tools to facilitate the product development activities of food and beverage manufacturers. And so we set out to build that. Along the way, a friend of mine said, hey, can we use your software to copy Hendrick's Gin for Trader Joe's? And I said, sure. 90 days later, it was on shelf in California. Eventually, it went nationwide in all the states that permit liquor to be sold in grocery. For a much longer conversation, probably with beers, I can tell you how that company transformed into a company called Treasure 8, whose mission was deploying nutrition to humanity. Developed a patented dehydration technology for produce. We could slice carrots, apples, beets, sweet potatoes a couple mils thick, put them through this energy efficient dehydration process for 2 minutes, capture all their micronutrients and flavor compounds, traditional hot air drying for the rest of the hour. And at the end of 60 minutes, you've got an apple chip with the textural equivalent of a Lay's potato chip, yet it tasted like a fresh apple. We were also an innovation solution provider. So the global heads of R&D came through our conference room, seeing how they could work with us. Our mission was deploying nutrition to humanity. So we didn't work with sugary beverage companies, but we did work with the likes of Nestle on a childhood nutrition project for in-between meal snacking, helped Google reimagine their micro kitchens, big needle moving stuff, as well as working with emerging brands in the natural space. And then ran that for 7 years. The software company was always a side project. Took my son on a cross-country road trip, ended up in the cell-based ag space for about a year. And then ever since the pandemic, it's been 100% of my energy on Flavor Studio.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was the shift.
Yeah. Hell of a shift. Hell of a shift. So
for a lot of people, it was the shift.
do you see a connection, Gregory, between great recipes, flavor, layering flavors, and how someone might build a brand?
I think this could go. I could go any different way with this. But
yeah, this is one of my hard-hitting Lester Holt questions.
Yeah, now, you've got to have a great product, but branding can help a shitty product a lot. And momentum and FOMO can also help a shitty product a lot. But more importantly, the most important thing is driving trial. And then if the marketing can get someone to reach up to the shelf, grab a product, put it in their cart, purchase it, if the quality of the product is there, then you're going to drive repeat. If the quality of the product isn't there, then you might just have gotten that initial purchase and your velocity is going to suffer. So it really is this equal blendo of marketing and messaging, as well as what's in the package.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. If let's just say if a shitty founder had a flavor, what flavor would it be?
Shitty founder. It would be artificial banana flavor.
Okay.
No, I don't know what it is.
It's an interesting question.
But I would say too, like just to the point of yes, that's the thing about marketing, right? It may attract you to buy it the first time, but what's in the package is what's going to make you go back and purchase it again, right? Like there's nothing you can do with the marketing or the label or anything that's going to make them come back and buy it unless the product is up to snuff.
Well, then there's Red Bull. I mean, how many people like the taste of Red Bull? There you've got marketing, billion-dollar marketing spend, but the product inside the can is meh.
I think there's timing, right? So it was sort of like a disruptive product, let's just say. I think a product like that can make it, through those barriers differently than when there's already a crowded field.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's part of what makes Robitussin so popular with the kids. Tastes like shit.
I hear Tylenol is really popular right
Yeah,
now.
apparently Tylenol made the news recently here when our, as they call him, what do they call him? When our great and kind father decided to let everyone know about the dangers of that. Yeah, of course, but not to go into the politics of it all.
No.
I was going to say, to me, for a
Have you ever
brand,
woken up and said, "I want to experiment with autism"? Now you know how to do so.
I
Right.
know,
That's right.
I know.
I've never had that thought though. I have to say. I don't know.
Branding and strategy. So I'm pulling us back out of that
Right.
zone real fast.
Black hole.
We just lost 17 audience members.
Right.
It might have been the rapture. I don't know.
Maybe they
know.
maybe they left to go buy Tylenol.
A day late. I'm not a Tylenol guy. I power through it, man. If I'm in pain, apparently I'm supposed to be, and I just power through it. I accept the pain and go with it. It's a lot like Catholic guilt. This show's gone completely off the rails.
Completely off the rails.
It
So
was
coming
your
back,
risk of bringing me on board.
I know. Thanks for I know you were like, why did I agree to do this? I could have been sleeping right now.
Right.
So for me, when I think about food recipes and branding, I go, the strategy is really where the recipe lives. Those are, this is where a lot of people screw it up. If you use, and this as a chef, if you use great ingredients, you have a much better shot at creating a wonderful dish, right? If you use crappy or stale spices, not so much, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think, a talented chef can work magic from a minimalist perspective. And the same thing applies to design. If you look at something and your eye is bouncing all over the place, the designer didn't do a good job. And if you look at a plate of food and it just looks too busy, and you can't focus on the core of the meal or what's represented on the plate, then you've created confusion. And so if you can coax flavors out of just 2-3 ingredients and highlight them, then you're doing an amazing job.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, that's a great point. Like it's a balance thing, right? It's not about like shoving as many ingredients as you can. It's about getting the right combo.
And also in the hands of the right person. Like if I go, okay, Jeff, here's some lobster and some truffles, and here's some Wagyu steak, go run with it. Like just because they're expensive ingredients doesn't mean you know how to use them either.
That's totally
absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, you could have wildly expensive eggs and still screw up an omelet, as my 13-year-old proves every morning. Sorry, honey.
Under the bus.
Or you could have some design software and crop out someone's horns.
But
I think the show has come to a conclusion. What do you? I mean, on that, I go. What are your thoughts on salt? Like, as far as if you were thinking about, I think of like there's cheap salt, there's good salt, there's bad. Do you think there's bad? Is there bad salt?
Maybe dirty salt.
What is it?
Dirty salt.
Dirty salt.
What's dirty salt?
I don't know. You said you had pebbles in your water, so maybe you have salt that's got like, petroleum running through it or something. No.
Maybe. I prefer adult salt, which is just for the after hours food.
I think a lot of stuff is invented. And now here back to marketing, it's, they get people thinking like, oh, the salt's going to affect their food. And we're going to get into an argument and someone's going to go, oh, but it does taste differently. At the end of the day, let's just dissolve the salt in water and have you taste them. Right. And then tell me that it's any different. Yes, fleur de sel has the texture, on it, and that's good for finishing salt. But, back to my ultra running, I went on a very long run on Saturday. Wasn't too long, but it was a lot of elevation climbed like 3,400 feet. And I was bonking and was in front of this house. And this woman said hi to us because we were just stopping in the shade, climbing up the mountain. And I said, can I ask you for a huge favor? And she goes, what? I said, can you put a teaspoon of salt in my water bottle? And she goes, sure, come in the house. And I'm like, no, I'm dripping with sweat, but here, take the flask. She did. She comes out and she goes, it was pink salt. I hope that's okay. I'm just like, I just need salt.
Yeah, I don't care which salt. Yeah.
It's Himalayan.
Himalayan.
Himalayan salt.
That's right. That's right. Really quickly, and I don't want to go down a dark road, but the New York Times recently quoted you, Gregory, as saying umami's bullshit. How do you respond?
Wow. Where did they get that quote from?
I don't know. I don't work there. I'm kidding.
I love umami.
I do too.
People love umami. Unfortunately, it's a foreign word that gives people the jitters when they look at it. They think it's all fabricated. It is and should be one of the basic taste qualities, like sweet, sour, salty, bitter. And then people go, oh, well, I'm allergic to umami. And it's like, if you want to really study this, the first time you experience umami is in breast milk as an infant. It signals.
One would hope, Gregory, as an infant. Yes, I think it's implied.
It signifies the presence of amino acids, which are the building blocks of the proteins. And so umami being present in breast milk is going to let the infant know that this is something good to consume rather than something bitter where they would spit it out or sour where they would spit it out. The best example of umami is pizza. You've got tomatoes, which are rich in umami compounds, especially when they get cooked down. You've got cheese, you've got cured meats. That's just like a bullseye for umami. We can go through all these examples, but
it's the best.
It's the real deal.
Yes. I can definitely see that.
And I want to make sure we give a quick shout out to all of our friends there I see in the comments. Thanks for coming today, everybody. Appreciate that. Hope the 1:30 Eastern works for well, it seems to be working for many of you. For those that it doesn't work for, you can always come back in and rewatch the program.
That's right.
Right, Jeff? And where else do we have the program?
Spotify.
Okay.
And also on Apple Podcasts and YouTube as well.
Oh, okay. Well, the nice thing about Spotify and Apple Podcasts is you don't have to watch us if you don't want to. You can just use the audio version and listen to it.
You just imagine what we look like.
Hey, Gregory, where was that? How far of a run were you on?
Last Saturday?
Yeah.
We just went 16 miles.
Oh, that's all. Okay.
Yeah. But 3,400 feet of elevation. That was the climb. It was ugly.
Yeah, I bet. Have you ever run the Boston Marathon?
I'm not a marathon runner. I'm a weirdo. I like to do things that most people don't do.
Okay.
Like it to be more interesting.
So I've gotten into these ultra run and relay races where we run from like LA to Vegas. A couple years ago, we ran across the Atacama Desert in Chile. Last summer, we ran
Watch your mouth.
From Marseille to, Chamonix to Marseille. That's right. From the base of Mont Blanc to Marseille. And I think next March, I'm going to run 300 miles solo.
Ooh, okay. I've got a running challenge for you. Maybe you're on the West Coast.
Correct.
So why don't you run the coast, like in the water, like waist deep? Can you run the coast, the West Coast, like, I don't know, knee deep, waist deep? Could you run the coast?
Fun. Someone's going to swim, I think, from California, from Oregon to Mexico.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
A badass female swimmer. She just did a swim in Lake Tahoe in preparation for it. And then now she's getting ready to swim the coast of California.
Wow.
Okay. Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. I'm going to look that up and I want to keep an eye on that. I love that kind of a thing. Hey, Melissa Rollman of the Rollman family has a question. What are your goals, Gregory, when approaching a client?
We provide solutions. Most companies are looking for nutrition labeling. And that's just one of the things that we do. We also do supplement labeling. We've got a dedicated formulation engine that liberates food manufacturers from spreadsheets. We've got sensory software built in there so they can conduct taste tests. It's really about listening to what their needs are. And we've made our product pricing simple. They get it all. Like we don't sell you 8 different modules. They get it all. If they use it all, great. If they don't, so be it. We're an inexpensive software application. We've never raised prices in 15 years. And it's tailoring the presentation to what their needs are.
Very good answer. Very good answer.
And so like the typical entry point is that nutritional label, right? Because they're
Correct.
like, so that's great as far as like people searching you out. They have other things that they can use besides that.
Correct. And no one's ever put, like, there's 2 things with our application. There's a lot of breadth. No one's ever thought about putting all these components together. And then there's depth inside of that. So, we can scream through a presentation in 45 minutes, just sort of like scratching the surface of Flavor Studio. But, really, we spend the first 5 minutes listening to someone, finding out what tools they're using today, asking questions. And then there's not a cookie cutter presentation. We make sure that their questions get answered and we show them the things relevant to their business.
Yep. Great.
Interesting. So I was going to bring up our good pal here, but I think we lost him for a second. I'll wait till he comes back. At least he disappeared on my end. Do you see him?
I don't see him there either.
I see his gray box. What's that?
Did I scare him off at the beginning?
He might have. Yeah. I don't think that's possible here.
No.
I don't think that. But he'll be back. We'll hang on for him a little bit.
Maybe he felt left out because he didn't have any green on.
That's right. Yeah, maybe he's.
I'm not wearing green today. I'm not.
Yeah, no, but Jeff is repping Bella.
Antarctica.
Oh yeah, I'm wearing my Bella
and Antarctica.
Yeah.
Jeff's just raking in the sponsor dollars.
That's right.
Over there.
Send me the
hey, you know what? And our pal Michael Colangelo's got some action going on because he's in the flavor industry and he had some comments about you, for God's sakes.
Yeah.
He was saying, what did he say here? The value for the price of Flavor Studio is unbeatable. And you can quote that. You can quote him on that. All right.
Michael lives about 15 minutes from here.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Awesome. And Rod Christensen's son got some Messy Lay's potato chips from they're Argentina style steak flavored.
Oh, Messi, the soccer player, right?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Well, that's like I stopped at a British import store recently, a while ago, and they had all these, products from the UK, and there was a whole line of potato chips that were like wild boar, wild pheasant, rabbit, duck, and it was so great. I bought them all. I was like, I got to try these.
Liar! No. If they were from the UK, they were potato crisps.
Oh, right. Potato crisps. Of course. And he's back, by the way. So I'm going to get ready to launch this fella in here.
Yes.
So let me answer Rod's questions.
About please do.
Messy steak potato. Potato chips.
Sure.
Most likely they're doing consumer research ahead of time, trying to figure out what consumers equate with messy or what they want to buy. And then they're taking that research and then the product developers are using it to come up with a steak flavored potato chip. So there's a case where I highly doubt the innovation started in the kitchen or in the R&D lab. It really started with the marketing department looking to fill a void.
I can believe that. When I was in India, for a short 3.5-4 weeks. I remember buying a bunch of different snack foods and stuff, and the flavors of Lay's chips was outrageous. It was the different flavors that they had were just wild. And it was just an interesting thing. Hey, he's ready to rock and roll, so I'm going to get him in here.
Robert Kogan has succeeded.
Kogan has just returned.
Welcome to Making Things Happen with Robert Kogan.
Oh,
there he is.
There he is.
He's fresh off a Boston Red Sox Blue Jays massacre. I can't speak to the the accuracy of this next statement, but
Right.
you were a one-time drum roadie for Ricky Rocket in 1989. Robert Kogan, founder of PFE Distribution, is that true?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
Well, I can tell you what is true. He works
Yes.
with several brands, paving the way into Canadian channels. So, welcome to Where the Dogs of Society Howl. Robert, how are you?
Yes.
Rough, guys. Greg, you just
Awesome.
keep on. I have 5 separate episodes I need to schedule just from some of the things that you guys have been talking about.
It's
Especially
awesome.
the last
awesome.
one. I almost don't want to delve into it. Let's just focus on what's great and
Yeah.
not focus on what Greg just referred to, which is the world of complete bullshit. Where things are marketed based on colors, positioning, nothing to do with taste, and who can get the most viral engagement with their brand and pay
Exactly.
for it and get it in the right spots. Okay, let's leave that topic.
It works. Can I ask you a question though, Robert?
I'm scared to hear it.
Oh, oh, I know that you were trade showing recently.
Okay, that's a good question.
So what is that a verb? Trade showing?
Yeah, it is now.
What are the top 5 things? Or it could be 3, it could be 5.
There's
that
like
you-
500.
that you
There's
learned from the
5,000.
CHFA Now show.
Ooh, you threw in a curveball there,
Oh,
like that Boston Red Sox pitcher last night, changing speeds.
Jeff's ad-libbing.
Oh,
So I've got in my head, I've got some great things, but when you throw in that extra word there, I'd say the most important thing about the show this week is refuse to lose. Okay, and
Unless
that
you're a
applies
Blue
to.
Jay.
Well, we're going to try to refuse to lose tonight and
Okay.
not go into second place in the division. With full offense to every Yankee fan, spend a few extra $5 billion on a team, and you're still like in tied with everyone else. But are we on a baseball show? No, we're not.
No.
Okay. The refuse to lose part. I'm going to start right from, I guess, I don't want to say the bottom. I want to start from the newest. Juliana Casale in the incubator booth, balloon sparkling water. 7-8 stores. By the time I'm done in the next couple of weeks, hopefully it'll be 13, 14. And that's not me selling her brand. That's me just putting her in touch with people because, and I want to also highlight this, out of sight, out of mind is a common excuse we use for everything. And what I found lately is the opposite of it. And I'm not going to trademark it. In sight, in mind. When things are in sight, when things are in mind, oh my God, it is unbelievable what can happen. But continuing with that trend of trying to go down the list here so I can give you guys some feedback and then we can engage and discuss. On the small side, we've got incubator booth exhibitors. And then next aisle over, we got the melting forest thing. Double booth, definitely the best. I sent you a picture, Peter, if you want to throw it up there.
yeah,
No, that's the next booth. Do the other booth.
oh, sorry. There we go.
There you go.
There it is.
Melting
Ooh.
Forest. There's me, Sean, and Dave. That's a double pad booth, and we're right next door. So now go back to the other picture, and it's definitely a refuse to lose festival there. You can see some brands. Melting Forest is in the cooler. IQ Bar is on the pop-up banner, and then on that shelf. And tucked away behind there is Savvy Soda and Perfy Soda. You see in the far left, you see the E and the N of 7Ts.
Yep.
Yeah. We've had retailers coming to that booth saying things. We want it all. We want it all. And there was another humorous experience over the weekend. Remember that intro with me and that ended with me like escaping from the mental hospital?
Yes.
And I said, let's use that when appropriate. Yeah, we could use that intro as it will be appropriate for some of the shit I went through at the show.
That's right.
Hey, wait, what is this podcast called?
This one here?
Yeah,
Oh,
what is
the
it
one
called?
we're
I
on?
have no
Yeah.
idea. I don't know.
No,
We're,
the name.
baseball
we're
show,
the
right?
dogs of Society Howl.
Yeah, you have no idea, Peter. I'm glad Jeff came in to pick up that error.
You know?
Anyway, so if we're gonna howl a little bit, I had the guy who did some pretty low level poker moves, deception and cheating, which we tell our children to be ready for in their lifetime, right across the aisle from that booth that had all of the brands in it. And we're going to be mature, not mention names, not mention brands, other than one thing. Did you see me clapping loud before we came on. That was for a
Mhm.
specific reason, because there are brands out there that are doing great, not because of taste.
Mm.
There's a FOMO thing. They're marketing. They're Instagram, TikTok geniuses.
Mm.
I'm glad I see you nodding, Greg. And by the way, thank you. Because now I'm going to shut up and say, what do you think about all this?
Was that
Greg,
from
you're on the hot
me?
seat.
Oh, hot seat.
Oh, I caught it.
There you go. Unlike the Blue Jays.
Well, Rich was saying that the Blue Jays are among the top 5 spending teams in all of MLB. So,
Yeah.
Okay,
Well, we're going to have
are you a Yankee fan or something? What's going on? Dodgers?
I think we'll save like a steel cage match for Richard and Robert. You know,
Right.
maybe maybe we'll do that on a Saturday morning right after Samuel Anderson's show. You know,
Saturday morning. That's right.
Saturday morning. That's right.
no, but Robert, I don't think there is a silver bullet answer that's going to apply to every product that hits shelf. You know, some might have amazing marketing. Some might have amazing influencers that are blowing it up on social. Some might have the best thing that people are craving. You know, right now, the trend that I can't answer or explain is Dubai chocolate.
I was going to say that.
That some people really have the disposable. I mean, yes, there's Air One, which, you know, you can go get your $20 smoothie, but they're making Dubai for the masses that think people are going to spend $14 for a candy bar. And now it's sort of, if you look at like the trend, the way trends work, you know, it's sort of becoming mass appeal, where they're just taking the flavors of pistachio and the phyllo, and they're kind of tinkering with it into not necessarily a true Dubai chocolate bar, but putting those flavors into other things.
Yeah.
I'm
Inspired.
seeing it like Dubai styled, or
Yes.
you know, that's sort of a thing on the packaging, because I do most of my food shopping at Marshall's. You know what a Marshall's is.
No, it's TJ.
But I saw it there recently.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, that says Dubai styled
It's
chocolate,
Dubai, yeah.
like Dubai like chocolate from a marketing standpoint. A lot of folks are, you know, for some reason, baseball has become a hot topic here on the sidebar.
I know. Well, look at that. Go
Everyone's
Cubs.
chiming in on it.
Is there a kiss camp for the show?
Oh,
Oh,
God.
that we should
have.
install that. That's a great
Yeah.
idea.
Yes.
Is this like a Coldplay
You
concert?
could get in trouble on your show, right?
Is it a Coldplay concert?
Oh, that was a Coldplay. No, but no. Then there was the woman who stole the ball.
Oh
From,
yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What's that about? What's that about?
It's about a
Hi,
very,
everybody.
very aggressive season ticket holder who thinks that she had the justification.
Right.
It's an example of her looking insane, but if you really looked at what was going on behind the scenes and before and after, we don't know shit. And she might have been going over to get that ball for another handicapped kid that has been trying to get a ball for the last year. So, you know, let's talk about that right now. I was at the game with my buddy Siegs. We share those front row tickets, the luxury tickets, and we had 4 of them because we did a trade. Before we got to the game, he was telling me about a viral moment where a boy was shown giving a ball to his daughter, and it went on viral. You know, one of those videos that show all those sweet acts of kindness.
Yeah.
Well, holy shit. She gave the kids the ball in the first inning. Then they got 4 more balls.
Oh.
And then my buddy Rob sort of looked back at the dad and said, yeah, we'll take that ball back.
Yeah.
And then he handed the ball to his daughter, and he goes virally as the nice kid that gave the ball that everybody's crying.
Right.
Guys, there's no story that's 100% what it looks like. There's context behind everything.
Yeah, you can apply that to a lot of things.
Yeah, and I'll segue that into what Jeff and I were talking about, and you two, Peter and I. What was the best things at the show? And I'm not going to go quantitative with, oh, this booth, that booth. I just want to tell everybody, you're going to get screwed. 9 out of 10 people out there are looking to screw you. Half of them don't realize it. They have to. That's the way their business works. They got pressure from the boss, everybody, to do things that are just so unscrupulous and unethical. So the message that I get that I want to send out from this weekend is, and I guess who gave me this quote? The guy whose daughter was misrepresented on that viral video. He said, refuse to lose. It's a common phrase, but it sticks with me. Just refuse to lose, especially when you get to so down. And the example of us in that booth at Melting Forest, my products that I'm bringing into Canada in the other booth. And we also had another booth set up with Eco Ideas Distribution with Melting Forest. So in a sense, you're looking at somebody who's gotten run over by trucks. And let's see. You know that whole thing about mentioning names? We don't want to mention names, do we?
How about initials?
LCOPPOT.
Is that an acronym?
You said initials, so what do you want to say? I gave you 2 letters for Olipop, 1 for Poppy, 2 for La Croix, 1 for Tate's Cookies, and 1 for
Call them
Odyssey.
all out. Everybody's
Now everybody knows.
But I got to tell you, guys, I'm not even the people at these brands. It's almost like I'll give them some contextual forgiveness. You know what I mean? There's characters out there that you isolate what happened. It's criminal. But when you look at the context of it, if I had to do something criminal to get food on the table for my kids and they were sick this week, I might have to go push a customer and make them take an order so I can get my $500. Nobody can say they've never done something to take care of their loved ones. So you get a bit of an excuse, but refuse to lose. What happened at that show, what I was describing with Juliana from Balloon, Megan and Brent from Gingerbugs, myself with Dave and Sean from Melting Forest, and another 20 or 30 different independent operators at that show, all of us have 10 reasons why we should have given up. So refuse to lose is probably the best thing that I can say that I got from that show. I had guys going up to that other booth with IQ Bar, Melting Forest, the 5 brands. We want it all. And then the funniest one that you guys will love, we could do an episode on it. This is all Roberts, isn't it? Yeah, we just don't want him to come to the store.
Oh. Just if you could not.
Just bring the truck.
If you could
I've been to the store once. That was to pick up a check. I went to the store
Come
once.
Come in.
Peter, don't get the wrong idea. I never go to that store.
Oh, okay.
I went once to go pick up a check they refused to pay.
That's what I would say.
So here's a great example.
Right.
The second generation Italian family lady, she sassed me out a little bit too much. And I said, you're not my mom. You're not my mom, my sister, or Beth. So it ain't happening. I gave her some sass back. So now the word on the street is I yelled.
Oh, yeah. No, my kids do that.
I went crazy. I yelled like crazy.
Well, you're lucky you didn't get the wooden ladle.
I'm okay with that.
Oh.
I'm okay with that. Because you know what they want? You know what they want, Jeff?
What?
Peter?
What do
Greg?
they want?
They want it all.
Yeah.
They want it all.
Yeah. I get it,
Me
man.
all of
I
it.
get it. Well, hey, man, I appreciate your coming in today, Robert.
Yes.
Thank you so much. As always, a pleasure. We've got a prize pack we're going to give away today that's courtesy of you and your pals.
Yes, thank you.
So thank you for that. And I don't remember what's in the box. It's already sealed and ready to rock and roll. And I did post a picture of it. So if anyone's interested, we're going to drop that towards the end of the show. But again, Robert, thanks for coming in today, man. We'll talk to you next week.
Thanks. And thanks for coming on, Greg. Your comments and topics have been second to none. Appreciate that.
So, Robert, I wish I could pull this rabbit out of a hat right now, but I can't. The back of our T-shirts all say something irreverent. And we do have one shirt that says, you know you want it on the back of it. So it says Flavor Studio on the front and you know you want it. So you need shirts that say you want it all.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
that was my... That was a catchphrase.
Yeah, there's going to be another 40 seconds here thanks to Mr. Willis over there. You're talking to a guy who's already got a uniform company thinking I'm nuts because they have to put the reflector orange stripes on their baseball shirts. We are going to equip the whole warehouse with baseball sweaters. And I was talking about what's going on the back. There's one particular fellow who said, I told him, you're not getting a number. It's going to be BA, big asshole. Because he walks slow, He's not motivated. And since I told him that, he's motivated now.
Right, he's motivated.
We're gonna put 44 on a sweater now. But sweaters and what's on the back, Greg,
Right.
I live for that shit. That is just the best last closer you could come up with. Thank you so much for that.
All right, brother. Love having you. We'll catch you later.
Great to
bro.
be here. Great to be
Hey,
here.
enjoy the game
Awesome.
tonight.
I hope so.
Yeah,
I know. I hope
you
you
never
do.
know how it could go.
You never know. All right. That was Mr. Robert Cogan.
Whoa.
Just, you know, we just lost our Olipop sponsorship.
I know that's it. They're not going to talk to us now.
I just got the text. I got 2 texts while he was on. Olipop
Right.
said, "Go pound sand."
Right.
And Timu said that they miss me and have a deal for me. I don't know which one's more important here.
Right,
I don't know.
Spin
So-
the wheel.
Hey, let's get back to you, Gregorio.
I'm right here.
All
I haven't gone
right.
anywhere.
He's right
All right.
there. He hasn't gone anywhere.
Yeah, he's not going anywhere. What hurts more? Mile 72 of a race or, I don't know, reading bad brand copy?
Brand copy for sure.
Okay, that's fair.
Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because
You
you
know-
can't get past it, right? You can get
With-
past it if it's a tough
Running
race.
ultra races are a psychological test. They're not a physical test. You know, you anyone who's doing it has the physical capability to do it. It's the mind over matter, and everything in between your 2 ears that you're struggling with.
Mhm.
And as you said earlier, Peter, you don't need or Advil or Tylenol. You just suffer through the pain. That's what ultra running is like. Bad brand copy, you can't do anything about. If you're on the consumer end of it, you're just looking at something going, who
Right.
okayed that? Who approved this? Like, this
Right.
is so bad.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah. I have those moments a lot, and I just go, oh my God. And then some of those moments are looking at something going, I'd like to have been a fly on the wall at the meeting where somebody convinced the client to do this. Like, and I'm saying it in a positive way, that this is a great, outstanding, risky, adventurous, never seen before kind of ad. And I go, who was it that was able to like get them to sign off on this? I love, the idea of how that goes down.
Or worst case, it was the founder's idea and they told the agency to do it. And the agency didn't push back and they just went with it.
Well, I'll tell you this as we run this agency, hopefully not into the ground. There are times
Refuse to lose.
refuse to lose. You. I think it sounds like something you'd say when you were drunk. Refuse to lose, buddy. You. I was going to say, there are those times that you think to yourself running, doing agency work, that you go, I'm done saying something. I don't know if I don't know if I can continue saying something. They're not listening. And, that's when either there's a come to Jesus conversation that has to happen, or you got to kind of, part ways. Because that's the worst when you find yourself in a position of sort of just going, okay. I mean, if I were in your restaurant, Greg, and said, you were taking my order and I said, I would like the chicken breast sandwich, medium rare. What would you tell me?
Well, no, but it's the when Harry Met Sally order. It's like someone comes in and wants to do something so off the wall. And I can't imagine how difficult it has to be from being both a service industry, meaning running an agency, but producing creative content. And so it should be this amazing experience. And I'm sure that some of your clients are just a pleasure to work with.
Absolutely.
And others, you're running through a plate glass window going, why? Just why?
How come you never share any of our work on LinkedIn? What? You can't find the files. It's so good, we don't want to.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, it takes all types, but it happens, right?
It does.
Gregory, if your personal brand had a tasting
But so
menu,
many
what would
people
be on it? What?
No, what were you saying?
Oh, I
Go
was
ahead,
just
go
gonna
ahead.
back to the whole like creative content thing that you guys are producing. It's people don't know good design. Walk into someone's house and look how their furniture is displayed,
That's right.
it's like look at these elements where they have agency to make design decisions. And do you want that reflective in their brands, not their
Mhm.
personal brands, but I mean their product brands? And you're like,
Mhm.
hell no. That's why you hire experts who understand this shit.
Well, it'd be like hiring your company and then ignoring everything you said,
Right.
Yeah.
right?
Or better yet, we love this. It's like people come to us and say, well, your calculations are wrong. Your software is not doing it right. I'm like, no, it's right. And someone's going, no, it's not. And like, we have a customer right now who's complaining that calories are being calculated incorrectly. And I think we would have realized this like a decade ago, maybe. I mean,
I'm just saying.
Honestly,
But you know what?
really
You were
discussed-
talking about the living room, and it made me think too. It's like I always talk about this, especially with e-commerce websites, right? If you walk into a physical retail space, there's your aisles. They all have signage. There's end caps with promos and special deals and things like that. There's a flow to that whole thing, right? It's well thought out. The planogram is well thought out of a store, right? And it has to be the same for when you go to a website. You have to be not only taken through the story of the brand, but you also have to have it merchandised the same way. You have to have things that will help people in their buying process. You can't just shove all your products there and expect them to buy, because that isn't the buying experience that they're used to.
Mhm.
listicles. That's what works. It works on LinkedIn. You just list 10 things and swipe right through them.
That's right.
Yeah, I mean the UI. So I mean, there's two things from a buying decision for a website. You're going to communicate the benefits of the product or the service in our case. But even we spend so much time on the usability of our software. Our engineers are incredibly adept at making the most complex algorithms. But we spend more time ensuring that we're not losing the elegance of the UI and the UX with our application,
Yes.
so that when someone logs into the application, there's just more bells and whistles and spinning lights when they log into the platform.
Right. Like distractions, right?
Mhm.
Because ultimately,
But who gets
Yeah.
the exception for this? When you talk about like physical in-store merchandising, is Bloomingdale's. All other department stores are laid out in a grid. You walk into Bloomingdale's and you're like, where the fuck do I go?
Where-
Like there's
How do I get out?
there's an obstacle in front of you and you go around
Yes.
it, and then you're like, but now do I go left or right? And it's this
I don't
giant
know.
like Robert Frost poem.
How do they survive?
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
In spite of themselves, right?
Yeah.
That's how they survive.
So-
We see that too.
I want to make sure we thank you properly for coming on today, Gregory, because I know you had an awfully long flight just to be here,
Yes.
just to be
You wanna-
here
Do you want
today.
to Venmo me to thank me?
I think you're
Zelle?
breaking up. I think
Do
you're
you
breaking
take Haktua coin for payment?
No.
Oh,
I got lost on that. Where can people find out more about you? Tell us about where people can go to find more about you and Flavor Studio and everything else. That's what we really want to drive it home.
yes.
I'm a prolific content creator on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
So you can find me there. You want to learn about our product, go to flavorstudio.com. And then I go to a lot of shows. We either exhibit at shows or you'll find me walking. And I don't look like the standard business attire, polo shirt, button up, khaki pants. I go extreme. And this jacket that I'm wearing right now is one of my costumes that I adorn myself with at trade shows. You'll find me wearing faux leather pants with this jacket. I try and I don't need a sauna or a steam room. I just need to put on one of my costumes.
Yeah.
Right.
And I was going to say the silver suit. Look for the silver suit.
You know what? Here's a truth about the silver suit. I was at a pool party in Las Vegas and I was wearing the silver suit. And guess what? It is reflective. I was so comfortable wearing that suit outside, all zipped up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got the silver tracksuit. I've got this outfit. I've got some just obnoxious pants. And, you started to go down the road of personal brand. I was walking a show last October. I was walking down an aisle, and as I passed a booth, I heard someone say behind me, "That guy dresses like that at every show." And in my head, I was doing cartwheels and clapping, and it was like, you know what? It works. So it's the repetitive nature.
Steven says it's like John Malkovich.
I don't have as much gray as John, though.
I was going to say, don't fucking splash the pot. Don't fucking splash the pot. Don't fucking splash the pot. Founders, if I fucking splash the pot, I splash the pot.
And I don't think anybody would want to get inside of my head like John got inside of his own head.
Oh, that was an interesting film, wasn't it? So before we go, Jeff, we got to give away that prize today. I know you've been hot and heavy on the trivia questions in between bouts of cocaine. No. Just the trivia questions.
Okay.
And I didn't get that in Charlotte, by the way.
Oh yeah, I know we owe you something. I haven't told Jeff about what he has to provide for you.
Oh.
And I will take that offline with him. I'll take it up with him. But
okay.
He'll be sending you some of Seabrook's finest.
Don't drink the water.
Jeff, you got a trivia question for us?
I do.
All right.
All right, here we go.
You're in charge of this. Let it rip.
We go. What is the first canned soda brand in America?
Is that for me or the audience?
That's for the audience.
Oh, it's for the audience. Yes.
Yeah. We'll give you another one though.
We should have something planned for this while we're sitting around. I feel
it
like
wasn't Freebird, right? It wasn't
quick ad from
Freebird. No.
Okay.
It was
Ladies and gentlemen, today's program is brought to you in part by
come on, guys.
Anybody get it? What was it again, Jeff? What was the question? I've already forgotten it.
Do I get to guess?
What is the first canned soda brand in America?
And in case you're wondering, like, why would I even bother answering that? You're not getting that empty bottle of Omega fish oil that I was talking about last time.
Right.
Let's see if I can show you. Let's see if we've got.
Do you have a picture of the prize?
I feel like I do. Yeah, I've got a picture of a lot of things here. Hopefully, it doesn't show everything. That would be embarrassing, wouldn't it? Let's just give us something. Man.
No, sorry, Richard. That's not the right answer.
That's the prize. Can you see that?
Oh, yeah, that's a nice prize.
Yeah.
Oh, nope, not Coke either.
Somebody mentioned
there is a connection with Coke, but I won't reveal that until someone
all right
comes up with it.
Oh my.
Do I have to go to a second question?
I don't know how that's going to work because somebody somewhere is probably going to show up with it, and then we're like, what?
Oh,
I don't know. Well, if we don't get anybody by the time we sign out of this bad girl in about 60 seconds, we'll just save that prize for next week. And anybody that comes in at the last minute with their final answer. Actually, I'll give you a hint. One of our guests today has the same initials as this brand.
That's true.
Holy Moses, what could it be?
That's true. That was the
Gregory Willis Cola.
No.
Cody.
Complete quote.
Cody. Hi, Cody. I think Stephen's having a stroke. And a wellness check.
Ginger bug.
Up to the border to check on him.
Come on, it's the one of the guests' initials. We'll give you.
Oh, it's also yeah. Oh my God. He's stepping all over it at this point. We've got Rod Christensen's all over the place.
It's just so bad.
The show is just coming to a grinding halt. Thanks, Gregory.
Grinding halt.
I think we should have Gregory answer it.
Should be a question.
He has put up with this long enough. I think we should let him.
I'm going to throw this out here. Okay, nobody's got it. Okay.
Nobody's got it.
Robert's name is Robert Cogan.
Oh, and Rod Christensen's name is Rod Christensen.
It's the same initials.
Oh, should we? Yeah. Who types
I'm
fast?
just waiting for someone to come up with it.
Oh my God.
That's yeah, right, Robert. That is your brand.
That's right. It's his brand, baby.
Nobody's getting it.
Oh my
All
God,
right.
Jeff.
All right.
You know, you
I
win
thought
the
and
prize.
I've known this brand for a long time too. All
It's
right.
Moxie.
It's not Moxie. All right. Should I just say it? What it is?
No. Yes. Go ahead.
All
Say
right.
it.
All right, everybody. It's RC Cola.
Yeah. Hi.
I mean, how much
Robert
easier?
Kogan, Rod Christensen.
Yes, and
okay.
just so you know, the tie-in with Coke is that RC Royal Crown Cola they were purchasing Coke syrup to make the product when they first started. So it was actually the Coke syrup that was in the can.
All right, Jeff, give us one last trivia question. Make
right.
it a softball, because obviously these people have fallen asleep on us.
All right, here's an easy one. In the E.T. extraterrestrial movie, what candy does Elliot use to lure E.T.?
Snickers. Mallow bar.
Come on.
Oh, Steven is not going to let go here. He is dropping hard evidence on you, Jeff. We may need to I
had looked it up.
You looked it up. He's also looking it up.
All right. We'll give him a consolidate. What do they call that? Consolation prize.
I still have. Actually, you know what? Because we've been talking about it all day.
Yeah.
Maybe I can send Steven my no-hit baseball from when I was my very first pitching game in Little League as a southpaw. I was so afraid. I hit most of the batters. No one got a hit. I got a no-hitter. I'll send you my no-hit ball.
Nice.
I'm not sending you that.
That's weird. That's a weird gift.
I still have it. I signed it. I signed it for myself.
All right.
All right. Jeff, what was your question?
Oh, well, Rod got the answer. It's
Rod's always getting the answers. Hey, Gregory, thanks, man. We're gonna send Rod his prize. And thanks, dude. This has been a real pleasure. It's so much fun that you and I met in such a weird happenstance, kind of rando way. And now we've had several conversations, and it's been great fun getting to know you and getting to know more about what you do. And thanks for coming on today.
Totally.
Yes,
My
really
favorite conversation that we had, though, was when Jeff wanted to get to know me better and scheduled a video call, and then you just showed up.
That's right. That's right. It just shows up right on it.
Yeah. I often tell Jeff, put me on that call. I want to get on that call.
I want to talk to that person.
Get me on that call. And then there's a few times where I say, Jeff, do not put me on that call.
No, I don't want to be on that call. That's what he said.
It just, it's all good. It's all good. Thanks, man.
Absolutely. Thank you.
We're going to get out of here. We'll be back next week at 1:30. Jeff, do we have a guest for next week? Do we know?
I think we do now. Hold on one second.
We can't wait 1 second. We're already over time. LinkedIn is going to start charging us for these extra minutes that we've got.
What are you talking about?
Just make sure you don't ask him to be on the show on Friday. Remember?
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Jeff.
Yes, that was my mistake.
And over again.
So we actually, that's October 2nd. We have Brianna Bro.
All right, cool. I got a doozy of a topic for her, but I'll check in with her first to make sure she's copacetic on that. Hey, awesome, man. Have a great rest of the day, Gregory. We're going to sign up out of here, and I hope everyone has a great weekend. And if you haven't had a chance to like the page where the Dogs of Society howl on LinkedIn, go like the page and follow the newsletter. And, just hire Gregory and Flavor Studio. And if you need help in the Department of Strategy and Branding and Web Development, we're here too. We're okay at things. So have a great rest of the day, everybody. We'll talk to you later.
Thank you.
Ending the stream.